Why in God's green earth did you not pick her up, run inside the house, go into your room where your wife, who is a nurse, is asleep?
Please find it in your hearts to forgive me.
On Wednesday, Indian-American Wesley Mathews was convicted in the death of Sherin Mathews, his 3-year-old adoptive daughter with special needs, who was found dead in a culvert in Texas in October 2017. He admitted to leaving her body there after she died, apparently choking on milk. He also admitting to lying to police officers.
Immediately, she tried to swallow what was in her mouth, and she tried to cry at the same time. She was startled, and so as a result, she started choking and coughing. Pretty soon, her breathing had gotten much more heavier, and I tried to call Mama. I tried to gently shake Sherin so that she would be out of that spell, but nothing was working. I wanted to find a place to place my child's body where it could be preserved or protected. I wanted to know that I detest myself. I detest myself for being untruthful to police officers.
A Dallas County Court jury awarded him life sentence.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant guilty of the offense of injury to a child causing serious bodily injury as charged in the indictment, and hereby assess punishment at life imprisonment and a $0 fine.
Wesley and his wife Sini, who hail from Kerala, had adopted Sherin, a special needs child, from a Bihar orphanage in 2016. They settled in Richardson, Texas. In October 2017, Wesley falsely reported his daughter missing after he sent her outside the house at night as punishment for not drinking milk. Her body, that was actually dumped by Wesley himself, was found decomposed heavily 2 weeks later on October 22. The parents were accused in Sherin's death. Wesley Mathews said that he was insisting that Sherin drink milk because he was afraid that Child Protection Services might come and take her away if her health did not improve. He claims that on the night of her death, he ended up telling her to finish her milk quite sternly, startling her and causing her to choke. Even after she stopped breathing, he says that he did not seek help because he was too shocked and did not want to waste time.
Why in God's green earth did you not pick her up, run inside the house, go into your room where your wife, who is a nurse, is asleep? Why didn't you do that?
Based on what I've learned about CPR, my instinct was to provide CPR immediately because I did not want any delays at all, and I did not want to waste any time. I was way too shocked by what had happened. I could not absorb what had happened. I could not believe that in very quick time my child had gone from me, and I was just stunned by the whole thing, and I was literally paralyzed.
Wesley Mathews then said that he did not want to leave Sherin's body there as it would upset Sini. And so he wrapped her in a blue bag, left it in the culvert to preserve the body. However, prosecution said that he was just trying to get rid of the evidence.
Is this the exact type of bag that you put Sherin in?
Yes, sir.
What do you call this?
It's a blue bag.
This is a blue bag.
Yes, sir.
What do you put in this blue bag? What do you put in this blue bag generally, besides your daughter?
I never used it before. I see those trees, and I wanted to go by those trees and place my child by the trees, but then I see this culvert, and immediately my heart is going, okay, so that culvert looks very dark. I cannot see anything at all. There is a very likely chance that I can crawl in the culvert with my Sherin, and there's going to be definitely a snake in there. And I was eagerly just hoping and praying that I would be bitten by a snake and I can be there in that culvert with my child.
The prosecution, however, argued that Sherin had several injuries on her body, including fractures, which meant that she was being abused at Wesley and Sini's home. Prosecution Jason Fine also countered that it was medically impossible for Sherin to choke on milk and that Wesley had killed her out of frustration for not obeying him. Wesley had in fact pleaded guilty a day before his testimony, but to a lesser charge of causing injury to the child by omission. Ultimately, the jury unanimously found him guilty. Unless he appeals the verdict, Wesley will now serve a life term in prison with possibility of parole in 30 years.